What is up, guys? PetriFy here. Welcome back to a brand new Bad Business video. Today is going to be an interesting one. We're going to be bringing a series over to Bad Business that I've originally done on Phantom Forces. Years and years ago, I did a couple episodes of it. But it is called Gun versus Gun, and pretty much what we are going to do is G36 versus the M16. Now, obviously, when they add more attachments into the game where you can add more barrels to get max damage and such, we can maybe do an updated video on these two in the future when all of this is added. But as of right now, we're just going to do M16 versus the G36. If you guys do enjoy the series and you do want to see more on the channel, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. It'd be much appreciated. Our like goal for today is 900. You guys can also comment down below what weapons you want to see go up against each other next. For example, you can do the Scar and the Scar Hammer. Now, obviously, they're in two different class types. One's an assault rifle, one's an LMG. But that's completely up to you guys whether you want to choose me to do gun versus gun next. So make sure you guys are commenting down below. Anyways, to hop straight into this video, let's start with the G36 and compare the damages between the two. For the G36 stats, we're looking at damage first. Our damages are 30 to the limbs, like legs and arms, 36 to the chest, and 42 for headshots. Our max damage drop off for each of these is about 190 studs. And then around the 200 stud mark, that's when we're slowly going to start decreasing in damage. At around the 250 stud mark, that's where you're going to start experiencing 13.5 damage per limb shot, 16.2 damage per chest shot, and also 18.9 damage per headshot. It goes all the way up to 500 studs plus, so you're still doing pretty good amount of damage from range with the G36. The fire rate of this is 700, magazine size 30, handling by default is 100, and mobility is also 100, which is really good, by the way. As far as recoil pattern goes, the G36 practically has no recoil, especially with certain setups on it. You will see very little vertical recoil with this weapon. Also, keep in mind, at the end of this video, I'll be choosing which weapon I like more and what I prefer over the other, and also be giving you guys setups that I like to use on both of the weapons as well. Next up is the M16 stats. These ones are very similar, but also very different at the same time. As far as the M16 goes, it is out damaging the G36 by quite a lot. The arms and legs damage is 30. Chest shots are 40, which is 2 damage less than the headshots for the G36. And the headshot damage for the M16 is 50. That means you guys get 3 headshots, you're going to kill somebody. That's pretty crazy. The M16 is also outgunning the G36 from range as well, especially damage from range. From 300 studs, which is about a little over 100 more studs than the G36, you're going to be doing 50 damage per headshot, which is crazy. 40 damage per chest shot, and also 30 damage per arms and legs from 300 studs, which is insane. And anything after 300 studs, you're going to be doing around 9 damage to the limbs, 12 damage to the chest, and also 15 damage to the head. The G36 will do more damage range, but the whole point of the M16 is that it will do more damage from further range for over 100 studs more, and this is massive damage. Now keep in mind, G36 will be doing more damage than the M16 from about 500 studs out. Just keep that in mind, so that's a big plus. Getting into the stats, fire rate is 600, which is 100 less than the G36. Magazine size is 30, handling is 100, and mobility is 100, same as the G36. Now, here is why the M16 does more damage between the two of the weapons, is because of the recoil. The recoil is pretty insane on this gun, and if you can learn it, obviously, you're going to be doing massive damage from longer ranges. But that is why this weapon is a little bit harder to use, but does massive damage over the G36. Now, let's get into the setups I'm using with both of these weapons. Keep in mind, I don't have every single attachment unlocked in the game for each of these weapons yet, but I'm going to give you guys the best attachments that I'm using currently on the weapons. Starting with the G36, I am using the reflex sight, the tactical laser, muzzle brake, lightweight grip, stippled grip tape. That is the setup I'm using on the G36. For the M16, I am using the coyote sight, lightweight laser, muzzle brake, and Ranger foregrip. I am using granulated tape. I recommend this one because it increases your recoil control. Now, to get into what weapon I do enjoy more than the other, and I will not lie to you, the G36 is a really, really nice weapon, has no recoil, very easy to use, and it does more damage from 500 plus studs out than the M16. But honestly, I am going to be choosing the M16 over the G36, and hear me out. If you're somebody that can control the recoil, the M16 will benefit you much more because you are going to be doing much more damage than the G36 alone. But if you're somebody that isn't the greatest at controlling recoil, the G36 is the weapon that you personally would want to use. But the M16 definitely does win just based off of the damage itself. It does massive damage, kills people way faster, especially if you hit those headshots. So that is why I'm choosing the M16 over just based off purely gun stats, how well the gun performs. But for somebody that isn't good at controlling recoil, like I said, the G36 in your book would be the winner in this case. But if you were to learn how to control the M16 recoil, you would definitely enjoy the M16 more. Anyways, that is going to do it for our very first episode of Gun versus Gun. Let me know down below in the comments of what you guys think of my opinions and what I like more than the other. And tell me in the comments, what weapon do you think personally wins this battle versus each other? Also, don't forget to give me a reason why you prefer which weapon over the other. I really want to know what you guys think. Make sure you guys are leaving comments down below. And after you comment that, make sure you guys are commenting down below what weapons you want to see me put against each other in the next episode. It can also be secondaries, keep in mind. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys so much for all the support recently. I really, really do appreciate it. Peace out.